Welcome once again to Mr. Johnson's Time Machine. I, of course, am Mr. J. John Johnson. Unfortunately this week, or fortunately, depending on which side you ride, Rory McBain will not be with us. He did, however, send me an email instructing me on how to operate the show in his stead. Please enjoy Rory's email. Dear Mr. Johnson, apologies for my absence tomorrow, but I have suffered a setback in the treatment of my chronic kidney stone problem. The doctors tell me it's because I drink too much Mr. Pibb, but I'm not convinced. Regardless, yesterday I went in for a procedure to sonically blast several kidney stones out of my urethra and apparently a novice technician incorrectly set the intensity of the sonic blast at maximum, and the procedure inadvertently ruptured my appendix. This is so great. They say I should be back on my feet in a few days, but the bloody urine might continue for several weeks. Perhaps I've shared too much. Yes, Rory, once again, you've shared too much. I've prepared an intro for the Last Supper episode. I can't wait. And I've tried to capture your personality, that's in quotes, within. Read the parts in black. These parts in red are instructions to help you out. Well, he's certainly been helpful. For example, I know you have a hard time reading, so just read slowly. Maybe they can speed it up in post. Do not read the words in red. That's all in caps. Good luck. Well, hello, and welcome to Mr. Johnson's Time Machine, the podcast that lets you listen in on history. Our host, Rory McBain, whose letter you just heard, is out of commission for this episode. We wish him a speedy recovery, although I hope the bloody urine continues for the rest of his life.
That sounded terrible. They were working on his urethra, and it blew out his appendix.
Yeah, but I mean, if you knew this guy, you'd be okay with it. Who you're hearing here is my old friend who I brought in here to help me host the show today. We go way back. I don't even remember. What was it? 6th grade, we probably met.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, Ephraim Zumpf, a theologian, an expert. Did you ever finish the seminary with our paths?
Former theologian. I was studying theology. I didn't finish the seminary.
But theologian, I think, means studied the religions, and so that stays true.
Oh, yeah.
Today, we're talking about Jesus Christ, the man.
Yeah, the man.
The historical figure.
Yeah, he was a historical figure.
Right. He might even have been the most well-known person in the last 2,000 years.
He probably is, and he was just a man.
I know that there was an awful lot written about Jesus in a novel called
big book.
The Bible.
Yeah, written about him, not by him.
And most of these words in that book are written when? Hundreds of years after he died? People who never met the guy. So we're going to visit the Last Supper. Where did that take place? Was that in Jerusalem?
I don't know, somewhere over there.
Wait a minute. You studied this stuff and you don't know exactly.
Yeah, I studied it for a long time. I got blind, angry toward the end.
Okay.
And so some of that stuff escapes me.
But I think luckily, thanks to the incredible technology created by yours truly, we no longer needed to just depend on the Bible to inform us about
the technology
this Son of God.
It sounds amazing. It sounds really incredible
thank you.
You say you're able to do.
While Ephraim may lack Rory's amazing ability to interpret what we're about to hear, I'm sure it'll be better than nothing. We're going to go to a commercial, and then we'll come back. Fellas, why should the ladies have all the hygiene fun below the equator with their feminine hygiene products? Well, it's time you tried Mr. Johnson's new masculine hygiene products. Each Mr. Johnson masculine hygiene kit comes with a tapered urethra brush, our patented Scroto Rooter, and shaft wax. It'll keep you feeling clean and zippy all day long. So let the freshness hit you where the good Lord split you, and try Mr. Johnson's masculine hygiene products. Get yours at your local post office.
Mr. Johnson's Family Products.
Welcome back. Again, I'm joined by Ephraim Zumpf, my old pal, the former theologian.
What the hell is a urethral brush?
Oh, the tapered brush? I'm glad you asked. Rory's not interested in the products that I pitch on the show.
It sounds like something they used on him when they blew out his appendix.
Yeah, that could be. I hope I'm not facing a lawsuit. I doubt it. I mean, this is fresh on the market. This is a very safe product.
Like you said, scrotal rotary rooters?
Scrotal rooter, yeah. It's just something to help massage and clean the skin of the testicles.
It says rooter, though. Like a
rooter.
A rotary rooter. That's something
like a rotor-rooter.
Drill into shit.
It's just a play on words. I mean,
Terrible name for that.
Well, anyway, today we're going to be talking about the Last Supper and Jesus Christ himself sitting down to eat for the last time. I guess that's what we can call it. We're outside Jerusalem. It's an area they call Golgotha is where he was crucified, I guess. I don't know. I'm learning all this through research. I've never read the book. I've seen the movie a few times.
I read the book, but I don't remember a lot of it because I got to a real bad place with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You mean to say that, like, religion pissed you off?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I get that way with science. There are limitations.
Yeah, absolutely there are. I'm looking forward to seeing this thing of yours in action because it sounds really incredible what you're able to do.
Well, it is. Because what we're going to do is we're going to pinpoint the Last Supper. It's going to be as if you, Ephraim Zumpf, are sitting, you're the 14th apostle, or were there 12 apostles and Jesus was 13? I can't remember.
There were 12.
All right. Well, let's get at it then. Let me see. I'm going to zero in here. We know roughly we're talking 30. All right, here we go.
Well, I just need to get through a couple things. Real quick,
yes,
and then we can just go wild.
Because I've been fasting.
Should we do that, or should we order first and then do this stuff?
Because I've been fasting.
let's-
I'd love to.
I'm
I'd love to.
fasting, too. I'm a little
You guys ready
fast
to
as
order?
well.
I can tell you real quick some of the specials that we have today.
Yeah,
Can we just do
that'd
that,
be great.
Jesus, first?
Just real quick, Jesus.
Yeah, of course. We can
Okay,
order.
thanks.
Yeah. I'm easy.
Go ahead.
We got a couple of specials today. Some things that aren't in the menu, but they're up here on the board if you want to reference them. I have basmati rice with a side of a pineapple chutney, and you can get a chicken breast, either
I'm
blackened.
sorry to interrupt you. What's chutney again?
Chutney's like it's sort of like a relish, but it's usually diced. In this particular case, it's a pineapple chutney, which means it's diced pineapple mixed in with a little bit of sweet sugar and sauce. I put in some sassafras and some tarragon. It's a really delicious sauce that blends well with the rice as well as the chicken. I recommend the blackened. And we don't always have chicken, as you all know. Additionally, we also have 3 kinds of soups. They're all based off of squash. We've got a yellow squash, a green squash, and an acorn squash soup this evening. And a real rarity for this part of the woods, we've got buffalo minced meats. So I can make you a buffalo burger, or I can make a buffalo meatloaf. So think about that. We don't get buffalo all the way out here that often. Came in fresh this morning.
I think we'll all have falafel.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
usual.
can we
Just
get the
falafel.
falafel?
Falafel.
Yeah.
Falafel.
Yep, that's right.
13 falafels. And
Great.
you guys want a bottle of wine? You want to share wine or just a big
We don't
one?
need wine.
We don't
just
need
bring
wine,
some water.
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
some water.
Some
Just some
water.
water. Still a sparkling. Make it an occasion.
Yeah.
Which one makes it an occasion?
The sparkling, the
Yeah.
bubbles.
I can make rosé out of that.
All right, bring that.
there we
bring
go.
that then.
All right,
yeah.
I'll be back. 13 falafels and a couple of pitchers of sparkling water.
Well, that's interesting. I never would have imagined they'd have waiters at the
No,
Last Supper.
I call bullshit.
You call bullshit.
Yeah. There's no way that they spoke English.
The technology uses AI to translate any and all languages. It's the reason we haven't done any in the Far East episodes yet, because the translations coming through the AI are racist. So we don't go to
then
the
the
Eastern Asia.
how do they
we
get
stay
the
in the
voice?
West. That's the amazing part of the technology, really. Most of it is generated by AI. There is much like what
This
you have
is-
with auto-tune.
If what you're saying is true, it's
Thank you.
incredible.
Thank you. I knew it.
Although I'm having a real
I knew
hard
that's where you were
time.
going with it. I think what I'm having a harder time with here is I didn't know that this dinner took place in a restaurant. I figured it was probably at someone's house or maybe a barn.
They had a lot of options. I mean, I was surprised at the amount of options that they were offered.
Yeah.
And some of those, it must be the AI again, because I'm just like, blackened chicken just doesn't sound like.
No, but if you remember, he did say, we don't get chicken all that often. Two, you got to remember, this is the big guy's last day, right? He knows this is his last supper, correct? You know
well,
the history of that.
I don't know that he knows that.
Oh, you don't think he knew that he was going down?
How would he know?
I don't know. I thought he was supposed to be, quote unquote, the son of God.
Yeah, he's not. That's the thing. He's not. So he wouldn't know. He's just out having a meal. I mean,
Right.
We learn later from storytellers that his buddy, Judas,
Right.
turned him in, and so he winds up getting killed. But he didn't know that.
But that's the story we've been told, and that's the beauty of this technology. What I have created is something that lets us get in the room and hear it. So why don't we listen to some more and see if we can find out whether history or the Bible, legend, what's the truth? Because this will be the truth.
All right.
Try to sound a little more excited about it, so that we don't, because otherwise,
I'm really skeptical. I'm sorry.
No, don't be
That's
sorry.
really hard to believe.
shit. We're still...
So go ahead, Jesus.
Yes.
You were going to say.
Yes, just a couple quick matters. I have I have 4 or 5 robes and sashes that are.
Were we planning to get dessert?
I'd love
Ooh,
dessert.
yeah, maybe a little bit
They
of
have a
honey.
nice tray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm so sorry. We have 11 orders of falafel left. So 2 of you, I don't know which 2.
Well, wait. Hey, Jesus, could you?
Yeah, I could get some bread
No. I was going to say, could you just turn the falafel
into extra
Into-
falafel.
Yeah,
like the
exactly.
fishes in
Yeah, yeah, I'll sort it out.
Hey,
Yeah,
why don't
yeah,
you go
yeah,
back
simple.
and check in the kitchen
No,
again?
Oh, okay. All right. I'll be right back.
Anyway, go ahead, Jesus.
Yeah, just if you guys could.
Guys, I'm so sorry. You were right. There are literally like thousands of orders of falafel back there.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, good.
I'll take 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Three
okay. Well,
falafel. Let's do 3 for the
just keep 'em
table.
coming.
39 falafels.
Keep 'em coming.
please.
Yeah,
39.
Yep.
Okay, I'm coming right up. Whoa. Oh, God. Add gratuity. Oh, +6. Oh, this is going to be a good takeaway.
Just want to thank everybody for coming over tonight. It's kind of a big deal. This is the grand finale, so to speak. Happy to have you guys.
Sorry to interrupt you, Jesus. Could you pass the jalapeno poppers?
Oh, not a
Oh,
problem.
yes. Did we get 2 of those?
We just got 1.
Oh.
I mean, when we
Did
ordered,
we get? All right.
do you want? There's 1 more. Do you want the last one? Let me guess.
No,
You want the last one?
No, nobody told me when we were ordering. I would have gotten another order of those.
Okay. You know what? Why don't you just take it, Judas? Just take it.
All right.
I didn't
Only
get-
because you said.
I didn't get any of them, but I'm okay with it. You go ahead and take them.
Yeah, you take him, Judas.
Yeah, Judas.
Enjoy
Let's
it.
not all be so pious, okay? Everybody.
That's
Jesus,
sweet.
go
Good
ahead.
morning.
Yeah, no, let me just finish my speech as the host of this little dinner party.
Sorry, I
here.
didn't mean to interrupt,
No.
Jesus.
It's quite all right, quite all right. These things happen.
We don't
need
get a lot
to,
of chance to. We don't
yeah.
eat. We don't eat a lot. Being
yeah.
your disciples.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, forgive yourselves. That's gonna be all right. No, seriously, it's been real having you guys. It's cool we could all get together, knowing how difficult it is with our schedules and the different counties we seem to cover.
Yeah, I had like 52 lepers today.
Oh, 52.
Rough. I
My
washed a lot
God.
of feet.
I was wondering about all the feet washing.
Just in general.
It just seems like we're spending a lot of our days doing
Right,
that.
right.
I mean, for example, I washed your feet 4 times today.
I'm with Judas. I could dial down the feet washing like 50%.
Okay,
What
well,
about
this
you,
is,
Peter?
this is
I got to be honest. I stopped.
You
I just
stopped
stopped
washing
doing it
feet.
entirely. Now I call it fishing.
Oh,
and
okay.
and I take mostly prostitutes and lepers to fish with me, and we go into the river together, and I count it as an anointment of the feet.
I like
and
that.
It saves me
No,
trouble.
no.
It does- I
Wait,
do
I'm
it
sorry,
all the
Jesus.
time.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
sorry. Did you say you like that?
Yeah, I'm
Because that
Jesus.
sounds kind of like a cheat, and then
And
that's
I-
feet
and
washing.
honestly,
I have
the leper
carpal
thing, I
tunnel.
haven't seen him bring any lepers. I've seen you walk down there with plenty of prostitutes.
Yeah,
Oh,
plenty
I
of
brought-
prostitutes.
Plenty
Don't-
of them.
Right.
I guess that answers the question about whether or not he knew what was
No.
going on.
What the hell? There's a lot of things in here.
Yeah,
All right.
there is an awful lot going on
The
there.
guy in the kitchen, they underreact pretty severely to the sudden appearance of thousands of falafels.
That was surprising, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
they
you
were
would
sort of
expect
like,
him to
hey,
have
it
a
happened
bigger
ag-
reaction.
It happened again. And if Jesus can make thousands, why are they ordering? If he can just make them and put them in the kitchen, why not just make them and put them on the table?
I don't know. Now you're getting into psychology. I can't really answer
That's not
those questions.
Why
Why would he do?
Psychology.
Well, we're
Yeah.
talking about why would he do something. I mean, what do
Yeah.
I know? I'm not
Also,
this man.
He's not so bright because one of his disciples had to tip him off to, hey, Jesus, can you do your thing and make more falafel?
That's a good point. But then again, that disciple was Judas. When you think about it, Judas is the one that says, "Hey, why don't you wield your powers here in public in front of people?" Feels like there's a lot of animosity towards Judas at the table. Seems like the rest of the gang doesn't exactly like the guy.
Sparkling water?
After a while, you just got to stop asking those kinds of questions because there it is.
No, you never stop asking questions because that's how you learn that stuff is bullshit.
Boy, I thought you stopped being a theologian.
I'm a
Yeah.
former
I
theologian.
don't know. You're asking
Because
a lot
I
of
kept
questions
asking
for a
questions. The answers kept
non-theologian.
being bullshit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. When it comes to religion. But here's the problem. This technology doesn't lie. This technology doesn't fail. And this is what we got.
You aim this at space,
Yes?
all of space,
Correct.
the incredible infinity that is the universe.
Yep.
And you manage to pick out a certain spot. And in that certain spot,
Yeah.
right there
well,
at the end.
Here's the thing. That's the beauty of science is we're not precise. We do our best to get precision, and it's only through failure that we get there. But we're getting closer and closer all the time.
At least science admits that it can be wrong.
You should try sitting here with this fucking guy, with Rory. That guy will never admit he's wrong. All he leans on is history, history, history. Well, I'm here to prove that the history you learned might be wrong.
I know for a fact a lot of it is.
Well, we're finding out more and more every day. We should get back in there.
A lot of falafel.
Yeah. Made me hungry, too.
I don't mean to be disparaging to either of you gentlemen, but if you have this much time to watch my well-being, then clearly you're not being good to the people in your own neck.
Oh,
No, I'm-
so sanctimonious.
Yeah, I agreed, and and it's not that. I have carpal tunnel in my hand from foot washing.
Jesus, would it be okay if perhaps we took a break from this meal and I took these gentlemen down to the river?
No, I'm not going
No.
down to
I'm
the
not
river.
going
with
down
you.
to the river
Without
now.
The apps are still
We haven't
coming
even
out.
had dessert.
I don't know what the word would be, but to see that we've been together for so long, and I'm never going to be able to see you guys again after tomorrow.
Wait,
Wait,
wait, wait,
what's
wait, wait,
this
wait, wait,
about?
wait,
Wait,
wait. Where are you going?
Well, I'm going to a cave to play some chess with an angel for a few days and relax, just sort of step away from it
Is
all.
this
Okay,
one of
let's-
your
yes.
stories?
Yeah, what does that mean? Is this
I
sort of
think it's
metaphor?
meditative. I think we
Yeah.
should encourage him.
I think
Oh, like when he went out
Jesus-
in the desert and did mushrooms for 3 months or
yes,
whatever
but
it
he
was?
came back and he seemed happier.
I'd be happy if I had 3 months in the desert with a bunch of mushrooms. You know what I was doing? Washing the feet of lepers.
Well, what do you think now?
You got to be kidding me. I'm going to go into a cave and play chess with an angel for
I mean,
3 days.
It's poetic, right?
One, he clearly doesn't see how he winds up in that cave, so he didn't know in advance what was going to happen.
He does know he's leaving, though. He said they're like, "Where are you going?"
It sounds like the setup of a hoax. It sounds like I'm going to go hide in a cave for 3 days.
Oh my God! Yeah.
And then we're going to pretend
Wait a minute.
that I died. I think we've proven the opposite. It's
Holy
like, 'cause
shit.
If that's real, that's him saying, all right, look,
This is real. I get what I get, and I always hit the mark.
hit the mark, and you say, I get what I get.
Yeah.
It's like if hitting the mark is getting what you get, then yes, you'll always hit the mark.
Thank you.
Because you'll always get
Right.
whatever
But I
you
think
get.
your insight on this is correct. I think that what we've done is we've just cracked the code that he knows he's not the son
he
of
knows
God, and
he's
he
not the son of
knows.
guy because he's going to go hide. His
He's gonna
plan
go
was to
hide
go hide in
out.
a cave, and he didn't realize.
Wow.
And like everyone else was probably thinking, all right, stick with the plan, stick with the plan. Meanwhile, Jesus is getting crucified. He's probably like, new plan, but no one's listening. They're like, stick with plan
Right.
A, stick with plan A. He's going to go hide in that cave.
Holy shit! I can't wait to hear what else. Let's get back in there. What do you think, F?
Sure.
But seriously, gents, and you know who you are at the table. I've been a little disappointed to see the darkness in your hearts, the lack of forgiveness.
This
have
isn't
to.
medium
Anger.
rare.
to.
This isn't
Okay,
medium
hang on.
rare. I'm
Wait.
sorry. Excuse me. This isn't
Jesus,
medium
can
rare.
you start over in a minute?
This is
We
well
let's-
done.
Once all the plates are down,
Yeah,
then we can
and I
start
kind of
again.
want to. I like to spice my foods just so, and if I don't have to sort of address you guys and be responsible for a speech, I'd like to just tend to my food before we
Yeah,
continue.
nobody was asking you to do a speech when the food was coming.
Well,
Jesus,
I don't.
did you spice everyone's food? Because I'm tasting this and now it's very spicy. Did you spice
Yeah,
everybody's?
you know what, Judas? Let's put being Jesus aside for a moment. I am really sensing a whole lot of bullshit coming from your direction.
Amen.
Thank
Well,
Yes, I
excuse me,
agree.
but you know I don't like spicy food.
Yeah, it seems like you don't like much of anything this evening. And this
Yeah.
was a very, very special supper. And I worked hard to get these people here to bring you guys the food. And
And
You should have known there would be 13 of us.
yeah, you know, you should have known how to behave yourself at a dinner party with
okay.
the Son of God, with your Lord
know.
and Savior.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Well, I think he's right. You're not behaving.
Are you going to finish that spinach, Luke?
Just leave Luke alone, for God's sake.
Come on. He's barely eating anything.
Yeah, he eats slow. Luke is slow.
Just take it from him if you want to.
Don't
Just take
it from Luke.
Just take it
No,
from him.
that's Jesus.
Okay, fine. Here you go. I made you your own. Are you happy?
You can keep your spinach now because he made me spinach, Luke. See?
Bothering Luke.
I'm sorry, guys.
Now this is good because it's going to be a welcome relief to be hanging up there, spikes in my hands and my feet, and making a
God.
move. Because being around you people for another day is exhausting.
Speaking about
my
making
blood
a move,
pressure with
what's going on with Mary Magdalene if you're going to leave? I mean,
Mary and I have talked about things.
Okay,
she
well,
understands what's going on.
does she
And,
understand?
and what are you implying here? Let's
well, I'm
just
just
be
saying,
real,
she,
Judith.
you know, I mean, she's been around. We all know her.
If
We
you would
all-
like,
we've all-
I'll check on her in your absence.
Or I can.
Now that does seem to be contradictory.
Fuck. Yes. Here we hear he actually says, I'm the Son of God.
Yeah, he says that, and he
You're with
says
the
I'm
Son
going
of
to be
God."
hanging up
and
there.
he says I'm
yeah.
hanging up there with the nails in my feet and hands. So now he does see it coming. He literally says he's aware he's the son of fuck. No, I mean,
No, I don't want to believe it either. I'm not saying I believe that it's true,
oh.
but it does call into question, you know,
Why is there so much other fucking? They ordered falafel.
Well,
what's coming that's medium rare?
I
What's
guess
coming
there.
that's
I don't know.
spicy?
I mean, that's not the big questions, but you're asking the right questions, I think. But that's the problem with us dipping in and out as we leave. We don't know how much time is. I'm not paying attention to that as we dip back in. It could have been.
Well, at the same time, if a guy is saying you should learn how to behave in front of the Son of God, you're pretty full of yourself.
Well,
right there.
and you can hear him get called out by none other than Judas, which I think is on character, but also
God damn it! I don't want to believe that he's the Son of God.
That's different than not believing, though. So you're kind of tripping out of atheism and into agnosticism. Agnost? Not believing. Not knowing what you know.
If he knew it was coming, maybe he's just a masochist.
Yeah, we may never
That
know.
whole shit, I'm going to go hide in a cave, play chess with an angel.
Seems like he's setting up a hoax, but then he admits, not admits, but rather claims, I'm the Son of God. And
Oh, wait a minute. He's talking about the angel of death. He's going to go play chess with death
Yeah.
after he knows. Oh, God damn it.
Yeah. So where does this put us? I mean,
It puts me in a fucking pickle.
well, not necessarily. It might mean you didn't waste 20 years. Really depends on how you look at it. I guess that's the beauty of religion, isn't it? They've always got you coming and going.
Ah, fuck me. I just, and I'm hungry now.
Yeah. Well, I guess the good news is we're out of time. So it's a good time to thank my co-host today, my guest, Ephraim Zumpf.
Yeah, fuck off. I'm pissed off again.
Charming as always. And of course, it's a good time to thank our sponsor and our head honcho, Mr. Johnson, and the entire Mr. Johnson family of products, including Mr. Johnson's Goiter Glitter, Mr. Johnson's Dork Repellent, and Mr. Johnson's Masculine Hygiene products. All these fabulous Mr. Johnson products, as well as the entire Mr. Johnson family of products, available exclusively at your local post office. Thank you, Postmaster DeJoy. Mr. Johnson would like to extend a special thank you to all our participating consultants: Matthew Craig, Robert Janis, Daniel Antonucci, Joseph Canali, Miles Stroth, and Eddie Furman.
Mr. Johnson's family of products.